Three, two, one. Okay, I believe we're live. We are rolling. I gotta wait to see if it comes on live. What's up, everybody? If we are live, there we go. We are. Okay, good to go. Okay, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the podcast. This is a new kind of like offshoot show that I'm doing called Inflatable Road Show Rundown. I've got Eddie from Easy Inflatables and Ninja Jump here. We're gonna talk a little bit of shop and kind of I don't know, give a little bit of hype, give a little bit of excitement for Inflatable Roadshow and just kind of shoot the shit a little bit and have a good time. So, uh, what up? What up, Eddie? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, dude. Good. Okay, so most everybody that's going to be watching this or listening to this is probably almost definitely going to know who Ninja Jump is, and definitely I would say Easy is. But for the sake of being polite, give us your 30 or 60-second commercial. Who are you? What are you about? What do you own? What do you do?
So I'm Eddie with Easy Inflatables. I started in the business. I started Easy Inflatables when I was 19, 20 years old in 2007. We acquired. We've had a long run. I mean, when I got into the business, I kind of saw a lot of basic color scheme back in the days. Back in those days, it was just red, yellow, blue, red, yellow, blue. Everybody that made inflatable jumpers, the standard colors were to this day it is still, but like it was just red, yellow, blue. It was really basic. So whenever I got into the business and slowly wanted to find what we could do to upgrade a little bit, bring some more life to the industry, whether it was color schemes and games. You know, over the years, we chose marble, and then we just marble wasn't new in the business, but not a lot of people were using it. It was, I think, Cutting Edge was one of the first ones that started using marble, and then E Inflatables using marble. But then we took marble to like a different level of like we made Blue Crush, Purple Crush, and I think to this day it's still probably our best-selling water slides is the Blue Crush, and then we made great games over the years, and just took off from there. And then in 2019 we had an opportunity to buy Ninja Jump, and we purchased them in 2019.
That's crazy. That was 2019. That feels like it was so much more recent than that.
Uh, I mean, to this day, I mean, we kept them still running separately, like until fourth quarter last year. If you were to buy an Easy unit and a Ninja unit, you would get two separate invoices. But before IAPA, slowly we've just been putting them all together. So now you get one invoice. Soon our website will be updated that you just need to one website to go through the product line. It'll help clients pick and choose, things easier. And it took a while until like a full integration of like Ninja materials for Easy Inflatables. And when we purchased Ninja Jump, we learned a lot. And when we, started making those changes for Easy, now we use 1 horsepower blowers on 18-foot water slides. We use 1 horsepower blowers on combos. I mean, 85 to 90% of Ninja items are always 1 horsepower, units. It's the way they made everything.
That's crazy. Yeah, so fun fact, I have a Blue Crush and a Purple Crush water slide that I got from you guys back in I think 2020. And
Nice.
dude, if as long as the guys do a good job cleaning them, they look the exact same like 6 years later. It's wild.
Even ninjas, we still get a lot of people at IAPA that approach us that say, "Hey, we have like a character, Disney character from Ninja Jump Bounce House that's like 15 years old. It's still
Hmm.
blowing up at 1 horsepower." It's like not a lot of companies could say that they have old units that still blow up with the same blower, or not the same blower, but one blower versus two blowers, or just the life out of them. And it's not only the material that everybody thinks it's just the material, and that's the reason that Ninja's units last forever. It's not just the material. Material plays a big part of it, but it's also the design part where the seams should go, how many seams a unit has, and the air circulation from that.
Yeah, because you do so I don't right, I'm not a manufacturer, nor do I have any interest in being one. It's just not my personality. Too many details for me. But I've talked to my good friend Mark Good, and he's been in the industry for over 20 years, and he's talked me through stitches per inch or per centimeter and all sorts of stuff like that. So what I mean, now I'm gonna kind of get off into the weeds and get into some dorky stuff I feel like here, but when you guys acquire Ninja Jump, right? Because I know that they've kind of historically widely been kind of like regarded as like the Ferrari of inflatables. I've heard him called that a couple of times. Like, what's different? How the hell do they do, what they were doing that now obviously you guys are doing? But like, what's the difference?
Just the design. When we're designing it, it takes less seams. We don't cut corners just to make the shape come out. Like if you look at like a regular bounce house, if you look at Ninja's bounce house, they're in the middle of the base. There's like a little pull through that has on the sides when you look at it. On Easy Inflatables, when you looked at our bounce houses, it was just clean, no wrinkles, no nothing, square, and our base was a little bit smaller than theirs. But for over the years, when we purchased them, we realized that not only the baffles, the base, the seams, we made it more compact, and I can't get into the details of it. I mean, Jack with Ninja Jump, he's been doing it for like 25 years, and actually 30 years, over 30 years now. And he was a sewer, so he was the one that like kind of made it more better and perfected a little bit. And he's a perfectionist. Even he's in charge of all our overseas factories, every new design, everything that we do. He zooms in on the photos or the pictures and the prototypes that's made here first, and then it gets mass produced in China, and then
Yeah.
it's off to the races from there. But it's like little things that you would never think of, but it plays a big role because it could be less seams going into it when the design is done, the material size on wrapping around the base or whatever. It could be anything.
Crazy. Yeah, I mean, as I get to know, you guys that own manufacturing businesses more and more and more and more, the amount of stuff that you guys, care about or know about that, those of us out in the field renting them are just totally clueless of. Never ceases to amaze me. So, yeah,
Yeah.
and, Oliver said he has a 2004 Batman that still goes out. So he's local. Well, he's about 45 minutes away from me. He's in New Orleans proper, but I see him all the time.
Yeah, and I'm sure it'll still go out perfectly fine. And the best part about it is whenever you do come to retire it, you can still get a good buck for
Hmm.
it because it's in good shape. So it's like one of those things that lasts really well.
Yeah, I had a really old Ninja Jump. It was just a regular bounce house. I honest to God, I think it was from 2004, 2007, something like that. And I just sold it last year, and I still got like $600 for it because it was in immaculate condition. Other than some of the graphics were a little faded, right? But like construction wise, it was still in immaculate condition. So I was able to get a ton of money for it.
Even Ninja's old licensed units, people keep it longer and longer because you can't get those licensed items anymore. And like, they still make good bucks for the rental side, and
Yeah.
everybody's so happy with that.
I for sure have the Disney Princess Bounce House and Combo. I think those are the only two Disney units I have from Ninja. But yeah, I have those, and they're, I mean, in incredible shape. Like totally no plans to sell either of them. So let's see. Okay, I want to talk a little bit of Inflatable Roadshow. So if you guys want to get tickets, it's pinned on Facebook, and then I don't know if it pins to other places too. Most of you guys watch on Facebook, anyways, but it's pinned on Facebook, and then all you got to do is go to the website and register, and then you can just come. It's there's you don't have to go buy things, and you can just come to the show, and then all right. So Eddie, I'm sure you don't want to reveal what units you guys are bringing, right? But what's your kind of I don't know, give me your thoughts on Inflatable Roadshow, the kind of the inside baseball.
Well, so the Inflatable Roadshow definitely has good potential. Am I happy with how things are like a little bit last minute and changes are happening and things are not completed? No, but we're all still sticking together, all the manufacturers, and we're kind of pushing it through for the first time. Um, I could promise you we'll learn a lot from this first experience with all the manufacturers being inside and working together. So it's like just come out. We're supporting everybody that comes in. I think we're gonna have a party there on one of the days. We're gonna be passing out. We're gonna give tickets, for like a drink at the bar or something like that. I don't remember the full details, but we're gonna have everybody has a nice sized booth. Everybody's gonna bring in some creative new designs and I mean we'll have water slides, combos, obstacles. We'll have games. So it's like just come in to have fun, we'll see the following year. We'll be better. We'll be planned out better. We'll be organized better. It'll be uh, way better than this year. That's for sure.
Yeah, I
And I,
mean
as an organization part,
yeah. I
that's
mean, we just wrapped Event Pro Summit last week. Obviously, you were there. And it's like, year one was kind of like, let's see what happens. Year two is like, now we know what to do. And then once you wrap year two, you're like, shit.
yeah.
Year three, right? And so then we just wrap year three. I'm like, okay, year four, we're gonna crush it. Like it just takes time for them to kind of grow and say turn into whatever they're gonna turn into.
But and also like everybody from the manufacturers, everybody's busy, has a full plate as is, and we're all trying to still we're doing our Zoom meetings and trying to organize it as best as we can with as much time as we have. So, I mean, it's free. You don't have to pay for anything. I think we're gonna have some like hopefully we'll have some educational speakers or stuff like that that will help. But I think it eventually we could make it really worth everybody's while for like attending and not just to get discounts but to learn something from it. I think the point of the manufacturers getting together is to help the industry with give something back for the operators, and whether education or whatever it might be, however we could help, but be more affordable than IAPA. IAPA is like a very expensive ticket for us, and every year it just gets prices go up versus down.
I mean, yeah, like I was kind of talking, like now that I'm have some of you guys that I'm close with and friends with, it's kind of like, dude, the amount of money invested in IAPA is unreal. So I think kind of the offshoots, right? Because last year was the first year of the IOA conference, and this is the first year of the road show. So I think some of the kind of these offshoots that are a little bit more, they're not as cost prohibitive for you guys, kind of lets you kind of be a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more, I don't know, kind of mingle with the people. And what I think is interesting, and I don't know, I don't want to put you on the spot here or get you in trouble, but if you can talk through how you guys are, the manufacturers are kind of working together on this as opposed to, for example, IAPA, like you're just working with IAPA and you're trying to build this, this new unit that's going to crush or whatever. Like, what's kind of been the different dynamic between you guys working together, normally working in your silos?
So at the end of the day, we're all still competitors, right? So we still compete, have in our own little, ways of like we're all known for something, and everybody, whether it's tents and tables, they have all the tables, tents, everything else that they bring in, and good quality, low priced units, whether it's HEC with the non-slip. Like we're all known for everything that we do that you guys go and buy from Leisure, from Ten Tables, from us. So we got together and we wanted to kind of work to make it like more affordable for us as manufacturers, so that way we could pass it down, like be more competitive with pricing or inventory with the shows and make it more educational. Just because we don't, IAPA is like we go there, but we spend so much money. And then, for example, when we're at the summit, a lot of customers said that they've came to us at IAPA, but we've been so busy from one customer to another
Mm.
customer, they've never really had that time with us, like to have a conversation or to see what's going on or any updates or just like a 5 minute conversation. Every time they would come to the booth, all the salespeople were busy. So in a way, we also kind of doing the show so like we could spend more time with the customers as well and like hear better. You know what I mean? So it's like IAPA. It's like comes from all across the world. We see people from not just the United States, from Canada, from everywhere, from Europe. So there's like no real time to breed with the customers, and then with the road show, I think it'll give us more time to like be one on one and like just have conversations with the customers and go from there. The summit that taught me in the summit when I was at the summit, like more people want to engage with us more, but they don't have, some of them don't get a chance to because we're busy, and then they get busy on their own. And IAPA is like a It's just like we're all focused on it. We spend so much money, we have to, you know.
Yeah, I mean, if you got yeah, because you've got to make your sales quota of some sort while you're at IAPA because the amount of money that they charge for a a sand or a water bag or the hose of water,
Oh,
I
they
don't
were
remember all
charging us
that.
$25. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know if it was a bag or I don't remember how it was, but it was a big bill. I mean, one time at IAPA, I paid I had a unit a long time ago. I had a boost that there was an aisle in the middle, and it was when we first came out with this unit called Water Wars. It was an inflatable arch, and it had slingshots, and then you would launch water booms across each other.
Ugh.
So the arch was in the aisle. I mean, that aisle was not mine. The boots were. They came and charged me $1,800 because and no one could touch the arch. It's high enough. They came and charged me $1,800 because my arch was going across the aisle. I'm like, it's like what?
Yeah, I've heard some stories where I'm like, that what the hell? Like that's what you guys get charged for? Like, and you have to have, tarps under your shit outside, or I don't know, all this stuff. I'm like, yeah, people ask me all the time, when are you gonna have a booth, Nick? I'm like,
I don't know
no,
if it,
thanks.
I don't know if it's worth it for you. You're better off going
No.
around with the smaller shows than dealing
Yeah.
with Freeman. It's complicated. Trust me.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so couple good questions from Nick Hibden. I'll give you this one's a hard one. So I'll give you that one first. He said, why doesn't Easy do steel rings on anchor points? Right? So you guys just have your anchor point sewn and then it's just polypro webbing, right?
Yeah. No, we do. I think we have D rings coming down from the side now. You talking about the D rings on the top?
Yeah, or just on the bottom. Like, cause I know cause I have Blue Crush, Purple Crush, Water Slide, and then I have Purple Crush combo and a Fiesta combo, and then and then I've got a bunch of other shit from you guys too, obstacle courses and stuff. But those ones I've set up a lot because I've had them a long time, and they just have webbing, like a webbing loop sewed to the bottom, not a ring. It's a
Oh, the D rings on the bottoms.
yeah, I think that's what Nick's asking. Yeah,
Well, if that's what he's asking, if I'm not mistaken, we've had rings that are like then the pressure goes on the rings versus the webbing, which I believe in the past we've seen D rings like open up. You know,
yeah,
it's like
come on, weld.
yeah. So with the webbing, you get the webbing strength, but then you get the stitching strength as well. So if that's the question he's asking.
I think that's what he's asking. I've always thought it was interesting that there is an opinion on what you guys do with anchoring because I don't really give a rip.
Yeah.
I've got different manufacturers of everything, and so whatever.
But I'm almost certain most of our units they all have D rings everywhere, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, and then the other one he said, "Can you bring back licensed banners?" I think that's an easy question, but
I wish I could. It's not, the thing is, here's the thing for me, in my opinion on it. Like, uh, I personally believe, like, for example, if I had licensed banners tomorrow, he would probably buy like one or two banners that are like still alive. You know what I'm saying? It's like
yeah.
back in the days when Disney used to make movies, they would make real good movies that will last for a while. You know, but over the years. Um, some of their movies just started dying down and there was not much hype that it used to be and
Hmm.
these new characters like you're seeing a different approach to these new themes versus Mickey Mouse is popular, still popular. Spider-Man's probably popular. Disney princesses, like there's a handful of names that are popular, and the rest, why pay royalties? And Disney's royalties and cuts is not that cheap. So it's like you double up in your cost and then get very little in sales. It's just not worth it anymore. I truly believe uh, Ruben Ninja Jump old owner, like he really rode that for a long time. And whenever I was acquiring Ninja Jump, there was a lot of units that were still left over that were like from Frozen to Wally to like
Mm.
they couldn't sell. And I mean, part of our deal, I took all those frozens, but when I took them, I couldn't sell it as frozens. I had to remove the front of it that was frozen, and I think I made them into like a princess theme, and they were just sold as like that. So it's like
Dang.
still a lot of stuff that was there, and he couldn't sell it. He couldn't move it.
That's interesting. Yeah, I never like because I don't get like I understand, like I have some Disney units, like I was talking about earlier, and they rent good, and I know why, right? But like I don't have that connection to Disney. Like to me, it's a cartoon company. Like it's not different than Nickelodeon. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
like SpongeBob is awesome, and so is Mickey. Whatever. I don't have an emotional connection to it. But I don't really pay attention like on that level or like of the movies, I guess you could say.
yeah.
But that is an interesting thing. Like there hasn't really been a new Disney movie that's been big and popular and whatever, right?
I think I think Magic Jump is doing. I'm guessing they're doing good with the license, but they're not. I'm almost certain they're not doing what like Ninja Jump originally was doing. Like
Sure.
I remember when Frozen 2 came out, if I'm not mistaken, there was an issue with getting the deliveries for Frozen back in Ninja's time. And then they got it later than they were supposed to. And the movie came out and like that hype kind of started dying down. And I'm not kidding. Whenever when Ruben was finally just, selling and getting away, there was hundreds and hundreds of Frozen pieces left.
God, what a nightmare. I can only
What the hell
imagine
am I
that,
going to do
dude.
with all this?
Yeah, that's brutal. Okay, here we go. Nick was explaining why he wants there to be a metal D-ring. He said when he hits it with a hammer, it tears. So I know what he's talking about, where you
Ah,
have, yeah, you come down and if the webbing comes over the anchor and you hit it, it starts to rip a little bit. That yeah, and I do know what he's talking about.
hmm.
But there you go. That was his explanation. So
Yeah, I mean, even the metal could break apart as well. Uh, but I'm
yeah,
almost
somebody else
certain.
had said that too.
Yeah,
They
I'd have
said
to double check, but I'm almost certain our units all have D-rings still, unless something Jack or Art might have changed that I'm not aware of yet.
Okay, so give me what your kind of right because there's all sorts of wives' tales inside the operator community of what ruins a unit, what wears a unit out, makes it last less amount of rentals. Like the most famous one that I've been told a million different times, a million different ways, is if you clean your bounce house with Dawn dish soap, it takes the wax off of the threads, and then your seams come loose. I have no idea if it's true or not, but from a manufacturer standpoint, what's going to make a unit last 2 years instead of 7 years? Is there real moves we can make to be careful with?
I mean, honestly, clean your units after every rental is the most important, and then sometimes I've seen customers use whale water or something like that on inflatables that have the vinyl has been ruined or whatever it might be. But um, to be honest, there's no secret to it. But like, take care of it like you take care of like a brand new unit. You get it, you love the vinyl smell, everything like that. But you got to kind of put in the effort to clean everything. If you could use tarps underneath. Do inspection of the unit, hose it down, let them dry, clean them, and then I'm sure there's a lot of good cleaning materials out there that everybody uses. We don't do rentals, so I don't know all the cleaning materials. And to be honest, we don't even really do repairs that much in our local area. Like if I was to advertise we do repairs in LA, trust me, we would get tons and tons of repair work that people would like us to do. But the reason we don't do it is because we don't want any of our tables, because we have a sewing table, to get used units or dirty units on those
Mm.
tables, on the needles, because yeah, sure, I could make good money on rentals, but yeah, I'm just if someone requests it, if our customers that bring this, or if it's our units, yeah, we'll do it. But we don't advertise it. We don't do any repairs. We don't, we can if people will come in and want us to do it, but we don't advertise for it because that requires its own station, and you're gonna get dirty units. You're gonna get you even at that auction at the summit. I saw some dog poop
There
units.
was some sketch. There was
Oh
some
my,
sketchy stuff there.
what the, like, and in my head, that's the first thing that pops up. I'm like, that ain't going under my sewing machine.
Yeah, yeah, because I was busy running around, so I only wandered in there a little bit. But when I did, yeah, I was like, somebody paid $25 to put that into the auction. That's a risk, brother. But whatever.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. Okay, here's a question. That may be like this might be an operator question, not a manufacturer question, but I'm interested to see what you think. He said you clean, how long do you let them dry before you fold and roll? Or how important is having them dry while rolled from your point of view?
I mean, I think drying it is very important because then, yeah, you don't want to get any vinyls or mildews or anything like that. But I mean, what would you say, like 4 or 5 hours at least to have them dried up before?
Yeah, I mean, it's so I used to keep them up, almost a whole day, or basically
I
would
guess
blow up two overnight,
depends on
when
how
we were
you
winterizing them.
clean them, though, right? If you pressure wash the hell
Hmm.
out of it, there's so much water in there. Yeah, you got to leave it on for a day or two. But if you're just, cleaning out here and there and cleaning it, yeah, a couple hours would be fine.
Yeah, so I've always been in like the opposite. So everybody goes all crazy and they dry out their water slides after every rental. I don't. I In the summertime, like we wipe them down to make sure that like we clean them, right? But like we don't keep them blown up to be dry. I'm like, dude, they're gonna go back out in 3 or 4 days, and then I'm in subtropical climate where it rains every day in the summer. I'm like, I ain't drying shit out in season.
Well,
No
luckily, I don't
way.
think from a Ninja and Easy standpoint of our materials, even I know a lot of people that do that. Like our units don't have any vinyl issues or a defective area or it doesn't stain
Hmm.
or anything like that, and so we've never really had any complaints. Sure, we've had some, but that's came from like a bad batch of vinyl, and normally we won't know until like it's operated. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah. I had a unit that had not one of your guys. I don't remember. It was a long ass time ago, but it had that issue. He said like after every rental. I don't. I just straight up I don't. Oh, we got Rob coming in. He wants to know when you're shipping his obstacle course.
You gotta ask Adrian. Don't ask me.
uh, he's gonna get you in one way or another. And then this guy on YouTube is trying to sell in the Atlanta area 50-foot obstacle course. Used it once, but it's too freaking heavy. DM me, bro. I might buy it. I might buy it. Uh let's see. Now we got Janet talking smack. Okay, so what is do you have okay, so you said you're kind of mixing, kind of like starting to intermingle the businesses together right now, right? Do you guys have something you're kind of like planning, you're trying to invest in right now? Like what are you guys kind of up to? What's the future? Obviously, if you want to reveal any awesome secrets on here, that would be badass, but that's not what I'm asking for.
So we for the last couple of years we've been trying to come up with a better, I guess, software that helps us, with different locations. Like we have Dallas now, right? But we're trying to figure out what's a better way that we could go to multiple different states and use one operating system that's going to be easy for everybody to kind of see from start to finish, whether it's inventory from live inventory from our website, which our website is live inventory, don't get me wrong, but like you know whenever something gets shipped out or scanned in when it's available or picked up or anything, we want to have one software that all our sales team, the marketing, the the production, the like, for example, a lot of questions that everybody has for every single manufacturer is, hey, when am I getting my units? Like, especially in the season, hey, when am I getting my units? It's getting rented out. But from a back end point, like a lot of times when we put our production orders in overseas, we don't know exactly what day it's been shipped until we get the packing slip or until it's on the water or delivered to our door, and then we see what it is on the packing slip. But what we're trying to do is we're trying to have a system that when you put your order in, and let's just say I said April, end of April, but in March, we will have the ability to see, hey, it's almost finished in China. It should be on this ship and it'll be here in this time. So the sales guys will be able to give you that faster information with the like live information versus it's not here yet. I don't know when it's going to be here. It's like in the next boat, or we said end of April. It's not end of April yet. Like we're trying to give a better, basically like how Amazon Prime now is, right? You buy, it's here in 2 days. Yeah,
Yeah, I love what you love, right? And then you open the app and it's like
it's like
you can
right
see the
there.
car driving with your delivery.
So I don't want to say it's an Amazon Prime Now situation, but we're trying to get really, really nail it down to the teeth that whatever we get and have more inventory, we'll be able to tell you when and where it is. And even in Texas, whenever if it's on a truck going to Texas, this is what we have, this is where it is. So it's going to be scanned in, scanned out within production. And then once that's all set, which hopefully will be done soon, then we'll be able to multiply it in different states and have it'll be easy for us to have inventory and warehouses in different states because they'll all be controlled from that software. It's been a very bumpy ride and expensive because softwares are not cheap. It takes a lot of learning things, but we're getting there. We're almost there. Once that's done, because I remember someone asked me, when are you guys coming to Florida, or when are you guys going? Don't worry, it's not like those states are not places we want to be. It's just doesn't make sense for us to ship a bunch of units to an operator that's a real good customer and say, hey, if customers come, you guys have businesses to run, and we have businesses. For
Yeah.
us, our important business, and for you guys, your rentals are important. So we don't want to interfere in those kinds of operations. We want to have it set that it's all like a 9 to 5 business. So if we're in Texas right now, it's 9 to 5. There's the business hours. If in Florida, it's 9 to 5 business hours, and then you could go pick up, you could deliver anytime within those business hours.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been one of the coolest things I've seen since. So I got into the industry in 2019 is when I started, and then as I've seen multiple manufacturers do that, go to, almost everybody's got a Texas, and then Florida's almost always next, but then there's some northern stuff. I think that's really cool that you guys have been able to be as successful as you need to be to make that happen. Because I know that
Well,
obviously
I think
you start splitting inventory, dude. That's
yeah.
not
What
easy.
what 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 kind of pushed us specifically was like after COVID, like all these shipping prices are through the roof, and it's and in our industry, everybody waits when the season starts. Like everybody wants a unit last second because they're getting it booked. But if you have to wait from California to Florida, it takes 4 to 5 business days versus Texas to Florida, or if it's in Florida, I'm using Florida as an example because it's like the East Coast. But we're trying to eliminate that and try to be like, hey, you're in Texas, here's your surrounding things, and you could, 2 days, 3 days delivery. And then if you're in Florida, then go to New York, and that way we dominate all of them.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm like I'm the guy that puts it on the website like as soon as I transact with you, right? Because I just bought I think it was in September. I don't know. Life is kind of blurry, but I bought a whole bunch of games, and I think I bought most of them from you guys. I think I bought 9 of them between Easy and Ninja from you guys, and it was like I put them on I put on the website the day I transact, like available. Like I don't care, right? I just spent the money. I want them up, and then if they don't come in time, like I'll scramble and figure it out. Everybody in the Facebook groups yells at anybody that does that, but I'm like,
Everyone does that. Everyone does that.
yeah,
And
I'm like,
I mean,
dude.
I get it, but sometimes puts us in positions, and we want to make sure everybody's happy, but like it makes it harder for us to.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing. It's like if it doesn't come in time, like I don't hold you guys accountable. I mean, if you guys jack it up, I would, but like if it doesn't come in time, I don't hold you guys accountable. Like I know it's me, and it drives Cassie crazy, and she doesn't do my sales anymore. She's only ops, so now it's gonna probably drive Amanda crazy who does sales. But I'm like, okay, she'll be like, we're delivering so and so to this weekend. I'm like, shit, it didn't come. Like whatever. I mean, we got the money. I'll go figure it out. I'll give them something bigger, better,
And it
whatever.
puts and to be honest, it's not just you, it's everyone, and like and that's why we're trying to figure out what we could do to improve with like less stress. Like when you call a salesperson has to like come out and ask one of us, like myself or Art, or we kind of have to go down the pipeline to see where it is, if it started, if it's finished, if it's been shipped. But in the future, when we're able to see it like once you're on the phone with the salesperson versus saying, "Hey, I'll call you back. Let me figure out where it is," it's gonna make everybody's life easier.
Right. Okay, I got 3 good questions from the Facebook so far. I'm trying to decide which one to go with first. I think this one will be the fastest, so we'll do this one. So Oliver wants to know if rephrase it, if manufacturing comes back to the US with tariffs and policies and all the other stuff that's kind of going that way, or is it just a lack of ability to do it? That was my argument, is like I'm like, who's gonna sew them? Like bring it back to America sounds great, but who the hell's gonna sew here?
Now, I don't think. it's just labor is besides labor, it's just raw materials and everything is so expensive in the United States. So don't get me wrong, we still make in California. We went from like at one point we had almost 30 sewers during our 2000, I want to say 17, 18, 19. But then we just slowly started reducing everything down. Now we're down to, we had seven in December and now we're down to five, and we're probably just going to stick to five sewers. We make custom stuff and all the prototypes, um, and you know, it's just labor is very expensive in the United States, and I don't think anybody will. If I'm not mistaken, mostly all the manufacturers have, if none, then very few in California or U.S. Um, but yeah, tariffs and stuff. Like, I mean, we dropped our prices versus raising our prices, and everybody's been taking advantage of it. So, I mean, I'm selling jumpers for like 9.95, 18 foot water slides for 23.95, and I'm sure you could vouch that you've probably never purchased an 18 foot water slide in the past from us for 23.95. Yeah,
No, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. I mean, and a bounce house for under $1,000 is.
and that bounce house is going to last you just as long as any other company. I mean, for a Ninja Jump bounce house customer saying from 2004 that we're live.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I wish I wasn't in such a freaking hot climate. Like once we get to May, you can't rent a bounce house out all the way till maybe September, but sometimes October. So I don't have that many. I wish I did. Like all the operators that are in, cooler weather or like the Bay Area where it's 75 degrees every day. They're like, I have 250 bounce houses only, and I charge $400 a bounce house. I'm like, dude, I can barely give them away here.
Yeah, trust me, here is not as good. I think I've seen people rent bounce houses with a table and chairs for $75 delivered.
Hmm. Could you imagine? Oh my God. No, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna get to this next question. So Salvador Moreno wants to know what your best sellers have been in the past 3 months, but do like whatever, last year or kind of recent,
So
trend.
our pixelated combo did unbelievable. Our pixelated units did really well. Especially, I think the movie came out, was it last year, if I'm not mistaken? I think we had,
Last summer.
yeah, last summer, and we had the design at IAPA. Um, but we made changes to the design as requested by uh, Minecraft directly. But that one was a big one for us, and I think whoever bought it has been renting it nonstop as well. A lot of the people have been, adding to it. So that one was a great one. Our new colors did really well. The teal, I think it was called the water slides. Our blue crush does always year over year is like people just keep replacing them or adding them. That one is like our number one seller.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's really one of the best.
That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I've had my blue crush since 2021, I think, and I got the purple crush in 20. I got the purple crush because I'm in Louisiana, like LSU purple, and so that one's been, I mean, it's been amazing.
And our holidays, we make really good holiday units from Halloween to Christmas, and they are we do really well with our holiday units as well.
That is awesome. Okay, so where can people go find? Tell everybody where to go find you, whether you want them to follow you on social or go buy stuff from you on your website.
To be honest, like I'm not, I don't have Instagram. I'm never on Facebook. I have a good team. She's always, they're always on Facebook and Instagram, and me, the only one I've ever used, that I've been on is the one that's called Art Eddie, on Facebook. And
Hmm.
everybody always used to wonder who's Art and who's Eddie. They thought it was a name and a last name. And then whenever they would meet Art, he always had a black hat with the said Art on his hat, and that was Art. And then sometimes I would go on. I do go on Art Eddie one, and just to kind of glance around and see what's going on. But other than that, nowhere else. Like really, just Facebook Art Eddie is the only one that I go on from time to time.
Nice.
And
Okay.
90% of the time, it's Art on Facebook with Art Eddie.
so go so go to easyinflatables.com and ninjajump.com then.
Yeah,
That's where that's where
yeah.
you want them to go. Okay, let me ask you. I'm gonna try to ask you one funny question to end this. This has been awesome, by the way. Thank you. Before we do that though, everybody go register for Inflatable Road Show. It's free to come. It's in Dallas area in Irving. which is like a tad bit north, basically Dallas. March 2nd, 3rd, 4th, which is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. There's going to be a zillion people there. You know, Eddie will be one of them. It's going to be awesome. I'll be there the whole time, so it's going to be great. Okay, so what is? Let's see. I got two different questions. I'm kind of trying to pick from. I'm gonna go funny. Okay, what is the worst trend you've seen in the inflatable industry? Just go forever. If it's now, that's fine, but just go forever just to keep it safe.
Wrist trend, like what, like
Like
TikTok
this,
stuff, or
no, just like something that like was being built that was dumb, or a design that didn't make sense, or just some like whatever. Just what the silliest thing that's been in the industry.
as far as I mean, I don't know. I've seen some weird stuff. You know,
That's yeah, that's what I'm asking. That's what I want.
it's like the one, I guess, the weirdest one I saw in IAPA, one of these Chinese companies brought. There was a banner too, and the animals on the banner were like very inappropriate to put out there, and I was like, how are people buying inflatables from this company? It's like there's the sign right there, do not buy from this company, and somehow they're from at IAPA, and it's not cheap to be at IAPA. I'm like, and they have customers. It's like, but I think it's just price driven. There's a market for everyone. There's it's like the thing with the inflatable industry, the rentals. It's like someone will always rent something if at a certain time. So if someone still buys from them, I'm sure because of price or whatever it might be, and works for them, and they did. But I've seen some weird things though. I've seen some weird stuff on Facebook, and it's just like the
The worst I saw at IAPA, and look, full disclosure, this could have been the same company you're talking about, but they had like a 3-in-1 game, and the baseball bat looked like a penis. Like, not, I was like, do you guys not? I mean, you're in China. Maybe you don't know what color baseball bats are. They're not that color.
No, I've seen some weird stuff, especially it comes from, the thing with China too is like a lot of people, um, like on Facebook specifically, it's so easy for Chinese manufacturers to come on Facebook to take our photos or any manufacturer's photos, Photoshop them and say, hey, we make the inflatables for Easy Inflatables or whoever, another competitor or Ninja Jump. But then you get the inflatable, and it's looks nothing like that. And
Oh, I can imagine.
it's very, very easy to get that done from Facebook people, from Alibaba people. It's not that simple to find a legitimate manufacturer that will work with. Let me put it this way: most legitimate factories that are working for us, like specifically for Ninja Jump, the Ninja Jump factory has been doing it for over 30 years, exclusively for Ninja Jump. There's no one else they'll ever do that for, and like for everyone to say, oh, we make it for them, or we've done it for them for a photo that they took or found online, that's all fake. It's just lies.
Yeah, I mean, I get like right now it's kind of slow, right? Because it's winter, but once we get into the season, spring, and then especially summer, my DMs are full of new operators asking me questions. You know, I found this great deal. I'm like, dude, if it's too good to be true, or somebody posted something the other day in I think it was in Jana's Facebook group, but it might have been mine. I don't remember. But they were asking about this sketchy company that I won't even give them the publicity of saying their name. That's bad. And she was asking if they were sketchy, and my reply was, dude, if you have to ask, you already knew. Like, like if you're like, is this place sketchy? Yeah, it's sketchy. You already knew that.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. The thing with, especially in China, is like every sewer, the sewers get together, start a Facebook page, and say there were manufacturers, and you'll never really know. I mean, it's even the materials. A lot of manufacturers that were new in the business, or rental companies that started selling inflatables and calling themselves manufacturers. It took years over years to figure out the difference between a woven, a knitted vinyl, uh, the glossy, the semi-gloss. Everybody just thinks because one is shiny that's better than the other, or one is matte. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more to it.
Yep. This is why I don't want. This is why I don't want your job. I'm gonna stay in this lane. Okay, so do you want to leave anything you want to say here, kind of here to end it?
I mean, I appreciate everyone's business to us, but from Ninja Jump and Easy Inflatables, we're always going to be here. We try to, I know we've not perfect from issues from you guys might have faced from us from delivery or anything like that. We try to do our best to make everybody happy, but I just want to thank everybody for their business and their appreciation and the love for us. I mean, we're going to be here for a long time, and hopefully we could help a lot of companies grow their businesses, be successful. I mean, trust me, specifically coming from us, we have a lot of big operators that were small backyard companies, and they have turned into amazing operations. Like some of, even Robert's place. I loved how his warehouse was so big and so organized. And I asked him a question because he had flags, like green flags, red flags on all the
Mm-hmm.
inflatables. And I'm like, hey, what does these flags mean? And then it's like one means clean and one means needs to be cleaned. I'm like, oh shit, I didn't think about that. So yeah, it's just it's great to see that them growing the way they've grown. And I met Robert last year at IAPA, so it's like he's been a tremendous success in this industry, and he's really grown really fast, and I'm admired to see that.
That's awesome. Well, we appreciate everything you guys do for the industry, both Easy Inflatables and Ninja Jump. And then anybody that's watching, go register for the Inflatable Road Show. That is
Yes,
free. So you can come, you can meet Eddie, you can meet me, we can hang out, we can mingle, we can probably party after. I know there's a party at that I'm a part of on Monday night, so there's probably a party on Tuesday night too, maybe Wednesday as well. I don't know.
more
You
than
guys can
likely.
yeah. So you guys can come hang out with us. And then, as always, thank you for listening to me. Just hit the like button, the subscribe button on whatever platform you're on. And then that'll be that. And then I think the next one of these episodes is going to be next week. It was going to be Thursday, but I think it's going to be pushed to next week. And they're going to be fast. There's going to be one this week, and there's going to be two or three a week up until the road show. So stay tuned. Eddie, stay in the studio so it won't kick you out when I end the stream. But I'm about to end the stream. So everybody else, later. Thank you guys. Peace out.